All right, hey, here we go. Episode 18, baby. Fourth in the game. We are here. I'm your host, Roscoe, in the building with my man, Mr. Opinion. Say what's up, man.
Hey, what up, people? We in here.
Yeah, my homeboy Maul at the bottom. Tell us what it's about, Maul. What's happening?
Hooty hoo! My White House is burning slow.
Oh,
even though I hate
baby.
smoke.
Oh, they save it now. Look. I know we missing one of our homeboys here, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna try to hold it down for him, you know what I'm saying? Fred, we miss you, but hey, look, we're gonna put it down for you, brother. We're gonna put it down.
One monkey don't stop the show.
Anyway, man, look. Right now, I just want to get into, what I want to get into, my sports, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see my Lakers boys doing what they do in the NBA playoffs now. Everybody was talking trash about my boys. And you and the Lakers are bringing it, and yes, all the haters in the building. And the Lakers are doing what they do, man. I just want y'all opinion on that series and any other series that y'all want to think about, man. Mr. Opinion, tell me what's happening.
Man, listen, my level of disgust could not be higher. I do not want the Lakers to win. For the simple reason of all the Laker fans that live in flipping places like Tampa, Florida.
Yes.
That live in places like New England. Well, not really New England, that's mostly Boston. But I'm just saying all around the country, you got all these Laker fans who are up on some stuff. But I got to give it to LeBron. I got to give it. Let me take that back. I got to give it to the supporting class. Reese, Strumpert, flipping. Who's the guy? Floyd, George, Maxwell. Dude,
don't cheat that dude. Don't cheat him. Don't be giving him no raggedy nicknames, bro.
I mean, go ahead, Maul. Go ahead, Maul. I don't want to.
Hey, man, I'm like you, man. I lump Lakers fans, Yankees fans, Cowboys fans all in the same boat, man. I love to see them lose. But at the end of the day, right now, man, they doing their thing. LeBron, 38, 39. He balling right now. So, I mean, I want them to lose this series. Let's not get it twisted. Like, I ain't rooting for the Lakers. I ain't got no purple and gold pom-poms in my hand. But I must say, man, I did not see this going this way, the way the season started with Westbrook and everything else. Some of the turmoil they had, AD coming in and out of the lineup. But, man, I'm going to give them their propers, man. They're doing their thing. And to be honest, man, if they can get through this series quickly, rest up before either Phoenix or Denver, man, once we get to the finals,
say it.
I mean,
say it.
They got a shot.
That's what I'm talking about. That's all I need to hear.
Man, I ain't no hater, man. So
okay,
I mean, they're doing their thing, but
wait, excuse me, man. Nah, hell no, dog.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, time out, coach. Mark, let me just jump in because I gotta stop you here, man. You got flipping Lonnie Walker the fourth going off of what 15? Come on, dog.
Hey,
I mean, agreeing with you, bro.
If you are in the NBA, you can play no matter if you are 12 or number 1. Once you get in the game and show what you can do, hey, man, it's your time to shine. That's what we used to coach.
Yeah.
Hey, once you get that opportunity, you got to use it. You know what I'm saying? A play don't care who make it. And he went in there and did his thing, man.
What this is also showing, too, not to cut you off, Roscoe, it's also showing that maybe the Golden State dynasty might be coming to an end with this one. I mean, because you got to figure Draymond probably on his way out. Klay Thompson had a couple knee surgeries. Steph getting a little older. So we might be seeing the end of a dynasty, too. And that's a real thing. You know, I'm here for it, man. The playoffs in the NBA are always exciting, man. It's like a war of attrition, man. Who can outlast who? So that's what's up, man. Shout out. As much as it pains me to say this, man, much respect to LeBron and the Lakers, Darvin Ham. They got people still don't realize they got a first-year coach. They got a first-year ever head coach, and they're doing this, man. So we're going to see, man. We're going to see if they can keep it up.
I know another series that I've been keeping my eye on.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No. I was talking about Philly and the Celtics, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool.
Philly, I mean, because everybody was, with Embiid being the MVP and, he really wasn't showing that he's supposed to be the MVP, and Harden and his beard was getting a little stiff. But they come around, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And they looking like they supposed to be there. They looking like they supposed to be winning, and they doing what they supposed to do. That's all. That's the series I was going to bring up.
I was just going to say, just to jump on this 76ers thing, Embiid is the worst MVP since Jokic.
What? Come on.
For somebody to be an MVP candidate and to perform the way he has, he's finally just showed up today, right? Which was, a big deal.
Yeah.
But he's always, but that's literally my point, right? If you're not really showing up in the playoffs, especially this year when it's like a clear pathway for you guys to make the final when you haven't made it, and for him not to show up earlier is kind of a big deal. I worry about him as a playoff person. And for the first time, even Harden has shown up in the series, so that's kind of giving them a chance. But I just question, is Embiid good enough? I just always wanted to comment on that before I'm all jump on this series.
Yeah, I don't think he is good enough. Is the question for me is not is he good enough? The question is, does he have enough dog in him, night in and night out, to show up and let his play match his talent? Because he's talented out the behind, man. Can shoot it, can handle the rock, can pass, can block shots. He's an all-around player. Probably one of the best all-around players in the league, but does night in and night out, especially in a 7-game series or in a playoff series, you have to bring it every night. You can't take a night off. And that's the question with Embiid is, does he have enough dog in him to just say, you know what, I'm 7 feet tall, I can do it all, I'm going to take over the game. And we haven't seen him yet. So in this opinion, you're right. We haven't seen it from him yet, but he's got the potential to do that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, T-shirt All-American. You know what I mean? He on the bench looking like something. But he we'll see.
They are up 3-1 in the series, man. I mean, that's still got to count for something. They're up
3-2 right now. Yeah, they up. So I all credit to Harden, all credit to Doc Rivers. They definitely up. But Maul, I can't let you step out of here. The segment.
Is it getting hot in here?
It's a little heat. It's a little.
It's the heat is like
it's nice and cool where I'm at.
In my house.
Nice and cool where I'm at. It's nice and cool where I'm at.
Yeah, it is.
It's nice and cool. It's a nice New York breeze where I'm at, man. What people don't realize is New York, man, Broadway, the Big Apple, man. We got a flair for the dramatic, man. So we down 3-1 right now.
Yeah,
we don't win these 3 straight when nobody think we could. How dramatic will it be for a Game 7? I think it will be at the Garden. Game 7
in the Garden.
At the Garden with Spike and all the celebrities sitting in front court, and we win that Game 7. Man, that's a New York ready-made screenplay.
Hey, Mark, can you show your cup and whatever you're drinking, man? Because I want some of that. Because
I need 2 of them.
I'm drinking Nick juice.
I don't want none of that.
I don't want no Nick juice. No, keep all the Nick juice.
No ice. Straight Nick's juice. Julius Randle getting ready to show up. Hell, we might even bring Carmelo back, man.
Charlie Ward and all.
Jason Starks.
Hey, man.
Dave DeBusschere.
Pat Ewing. Allen Houston can probably still shoot. We need them all to come back. Matter of fact, Pat Riley to come coach. We in there, man. Next time we talk, man, we'll be talking about the Knicks moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, moving on to golf season.
No, they're gonna be in the locker room talking about 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Hey, but
that's just pure hate, man.
Well, I heard the best take is that Jimmy Butler is beating the Knicks. Is beating the number 1 seed with some non-playable characters. Like, this is worse than what the Lakers are doing with Lonnie Walker and and Reeves out there, right? It really is like we talk about dog. He's like the anti-Embiid. Butler is, right? He's the anti-Harden. the player that's just gonna show up and you just gonna trust to do their thing. Like we thought Brunson was that dude, right? Brunson, especially considering what he did, where he was before. He was in was it Phoenix?
He was in Dallas.
He was in Dallas. What Brunson did before was like, okay, Brunson might have a little bit of Butler in him, but when he met the real deal, it's kind of like I don't know.
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and end the conversation about it right now, man. We got Lakers and Knicks in the finals. I'm calling it right now.
Calling it.
Roscoe, get ready to put something up. I don't know what it is, but put something up. Lakers, Knicks,
I'll take that.
NBA finals.
All right. Before we end this segment, because that is a nonsensical way to end this segment, especially with the Knicks part, not the Laker part. I remember when we last talked, the Denver was up 2-0, and I was like, a series don't start until a away team win. And I did say, I just want to say that when they get back to Phoenix, it's going to be a different story. So it's 2-2. We'll see how it goes from there.
Lakers, Knicks, man.
3-2 by the end of this.
Lakers, Knicks in the final. Mr. Opinion, get ready. Roscoe, get ready to do a whole lot of push-ups or something, man, because it's going to cost you.
Hey, let's go to New York, because I got some current news topics to dive into, fresh off the press. So you're going to get this probably a little late off the press. Well, not late, but the day after. But Trump has been found. Well, the news story is going out. He's found guilty, but it hasn't been found guilty. He's been found libel. He's been found libel, which means that he has used language and words against someone. So what I guess my question is for you guys as we look into this Trump segment, will it impact him in a potential run to the White House?
No, not at all. Not never. They gonna love him. They love his stinking ass draws. They love him to death, man. It ain't nothing he can say or do that's gonna ruin his followers on him, man. So all this does is add to the mystique. He got off because that's what he gonna say. I got off. I don't know what they're talking about. They witch hunt. So man, I don't see anything like deterring them from going to the rallies with them red hats on, bro.
Well, that's the one thing about this whole case that I found interesting. And I think this is what I would tell anybody: watch what you say on TV, because he was basically found guilty for his comments of grab him by the pocketbooks. You know what I mean? That's the comment that kind of that they kind of caught him on, because he basically did what he. They didn't find him guilty of grape or anything. Grape. Yeah. They found him guilty of sexual libel and grabbing him by the purses.
There you
go. Now this is another topic in the news that I found quite interesting. Tucker Carlson, the Fox News firebrand, if you will, who was recently fired, has decided to take his platform to Twitter. And Twitter, he don't have a deal with Twitter. He's just going to, present his on Twitter, his information, because he says that's the last source of news, because our news sources are tainted. So I guess my only thing is the idea of a third-party site really, or a non-traditional site, viable for news? Like, how often do you guys go away from CNN to get your news?
I mean, I get the majority of my news from, Twitter and Facebooks and the Instagrams and stuff, because a lot of people report it faster, and basically they link other stories to it, and it's accessible. And we got to think, man, when Twitter first started, it was the politicians that pushed Twitter. You know what I'm saying? That was their form of communication with the public, So, like, everybody going back to Twitter, not going back, but everybody using it for what it is, that's just social media. And that's what social media means. You going there being social, you giving out your opinion. So, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
No, I think it's crazy. Not just for news source. I think about me as a kid. You know what I mean? I would have loved to have been able to talk to Hardy Nickerson you know what I mean, directly. You know what I mean, watching it. Like, hey, man, Hardy, great job on those tackles for the Tampa Bay Bucks. You're an amazing player. Probably should be in the Hall of Fame.
You should have said Scott Bradley or something.
Time out, Mr. Opinion. Out of all the celebrities and athletes and people we can have access to, I mean, you talking late 90s, early 2000s, all the people that was popping at that time that we could have had instant communication with at our fingertips. And you said Hardy Nickerson.
Hey, man, look. Hardy Nickerson was his man.
Nickerson.
Hey, Hardy Nickerson. That's what he packed his game out, man.
I mean, you asked me who I wanted to talk to. Like,
shout out to Hardy Nickerson, but he would have been way down on my list to say, man, I can't wait to get on Twitter and see what Hardy Nickerson doing right now.
So who you want to talk to? So who would you want to talk to, Mo?
I mean, we talking around that time, man. I'm looking at celebrities like Michael Jordan. We talking about Tiger. We talking about cats that's global icons that we said, damn, man, like what? I wonder what Michael Jordan got going on today. Let me check Tiger Woods' Twitter page to see what he into. It definitely wouldn't be Hardy Nickerson, bro. Like, come on, man. I mean, I get it. Not
all
Hardy.
Politics are local, dog. Like, I mean, what you want me to do? I'm just saying about me as a jit. That's who I would have wanted to talk to. Come on now. That's
man,
fair.
much respect. No disrespect.
He was a baller. Can we all say he was a baller?
Yeah, he was a baller.
He
can't take that away.
He was a hell of a ball player, but he was a
You look
middle
like-
linebacker in the NFL. His life probably wasn't that interesting, bro.
Look, he is better than him saying Sammy Piscatelli.
Or I can't even think of a random buck.
Reggie Cobb,
Eric Red or
Gooch. What was Gooch first name?
Jeff Gooch. We can go down the list of saying, man, nah, I don't want to follow that dude Twitter. I probably wouldn't even follow Hardy Nickerson back.
I probably want to follow Donald Igwe BK.
Yeah,
that's fair.
He's moving some weight.
One of the in this in the current news and the ideas, there's a couple things I want to get your thoughts on. Immigration. DeSantis is back at it again, asking if you're not a documented worker, then obviously you can't work in the state of Florida without legal documentation. Mm-hmm. And also, it kind of combines, makes you think of the border crisis. Every time we go on the news, the invasion, all these hyperbolic words as, Article 42 from Trump policies that kind of protected the borders is coming free. What do you think about when you hear run for the border?
I think a Taco Bell, go get me a chalupa.
And, I love chalupas. I ain't gonna lie. I do.
Get me a Nacho Bel Grande for the wife. You know what I'm saying? And probably some churros and a icy blast. That's the only thing I think of.
I got your Taco Bell ordered down, man.
I mean, that's pretty much it, bro. When we talk about running for the border, it's Taco Bell and running for the bathroom after you digest it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you do.
I mean, you think about refried beans, you think about the nachos and the cheese, and man, I love it going down, man, but I'm gonna hate it coming out.
There you go.
Pretty much it. That's the running I think about when people think about running for the border, running the Taco Bell and then running to the bathroom. Bro.
One of the all right, so this is a question. Original taco food, like from a traditional Mexican restaurant, or would you guys have a Taco Bell like an American style Mexican-American experience? Which one would you guys take?
Is that a real question? He just said, if you get Taco Bell, you're going to be running for more than just the border. And you better have a bidet or something. Man, look, I'm getting authentic.
Matches and an incense. All that.
I'm getting authentic Mexican food, man. Come on now.
I'm down here in Tampa. Jew down here in Tampa. And when you think about like authentic Mexican food, it don't even taste like Taco Bell. The presentation is different.
Yeah.
Preparation is different.
Yeah.
It's a whole different vibe, man. So I mean, Taco Bell, late night after the club, before all these places were open 24 hours and everything else, Taco Bell was the spot. Like you ate Taco Bell pretty much out of necessity.
Yeah.
But if you got to choose, if you tell me left is authentic Mexican and right is Taco Bell, yeah, I'm going to the authentic Mexican only because I mean, if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it their way, right? Their way.
Well, one of the things before we get out and go to the next topic, Maul, is that the Mexican drinks are mixed drinks are pretty fantastic. I just want to name that. I just want to name that.
Not only that, man, but Cinco de Mayo was last week, man, and all the stuff I saw related to Cinco de Mayo, they was up. There was Coronas, it was tacos, it was
Mexicalis.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You know, if you're going to get authentic Mexican food, you're getting the real Mexican experience, man. You're getting the music, you're getting the dancing, you're getting the serenades, you're getting all of that. So definitely authentic Mexican because it's a whole vibe, man. Yeah. The whole vibe is authentic Mexican. The culture, I mean, is just a vibe, man. But speaking of vibes, man, just looking at what's trending right now, man, the last couple of days, I want to hit on Tiger Woods, man. Because Tiger Woods, you know, he was like the global icon, the one of the richest athletes in the world.
Apparently, you will follow him on Twitter.
I will follow Tiger on Twitter.
That's T-Dub. You better recognize.
And listen, man, Tiger Woods, he ain't the same old lame Tiger Woods anymore, man. The story, man, is just out of control. And I want y'all to listen. I know y'all follow. I know people that's watching probably follow, man. But just listen to how he broke up with his girl. He told her, hey, pack your bags. We getting ready to hit it. We're going on a trip. Apparently, they did this all the time. I mean, Tiger Woods, he probably got 3 or 4 jets. Like, okay, we'll jump on the plane and go to Paris for dinner and be back home by 9 o'clock. Pack your bags, man. We're going to hit it for the weekend, have a good time, spend a little quality time together. Meet me at the airport. His lady got to the airport, and his lawyer and his homeboy said, yeah, he left already. But not only did he leave already, they locked her out of the house that she just packed up and left from. Hit her with some papers and said, yeah, you ain't gonna hear from Tiger no more. He's out.
Goldstein Esquire.
I'm not
That's clear.
I'm not celebrating anybody's heartbreak. I know the young lady's probably extremely torn up by this whole thing.
Of course.
But we all have to admit that's the most gangster way to break up with somebody I've seen in a long time since New Jack City. We all know what happened on New Jack City.
Yeah, look.
With Nino Brown. But, man, Mr. Opinion, Roscoe, man, let me know what y'all think about the way. Not that he broke up with her. We don't know the intel on the relationship, but how gangster is it or was it for him to let all his partners and his lawyers do the work for him and just be out?
Look, the way I would say his maturation and his breakups have become better.
He a long way from Perkins.
Long way from Perkins. Long way from getting hit with golf clubs and crashing his car. All I'm saying is, man, like you have to be a savvy whatever to pull that off. I mean, to literally, you have to have several people on your squad and coordinate that at that time to pull all that off, man. To have the paperwork ready. It's beautiful. Like you know what I'm saying? He slid it to him like you could serve. You know what I'm saying?
People always say teamwork make the dream work. He literally had a team of people to get together to say, man, not only like, man, I'm finna break up with her. Nah, bro, we finna break up with her.
Yeah, we finna break up with her.
Like, we finna break up with her today. It's going down 2 days. Somebody at the house changing the locks. The lawyer at the tarmac. The airplane pilot pulling off and her watching him hit the runway. Like it was beautiful.
Hey, it reminded me of Ocean's 11, man.
I'll tell you, man.
It's just that type, like you gotta think Tiger Woods is probably somewhere on the beach with a Mai Tai and got a message to my son, it's done. Like he's a mob boss. You know what I'm saying?
It was like a hit. Like she literally got hit. Like, hey man, just call me when it's over.
Yeah.
All right, so picture this. This is why it's a strikeout in Hollywood, a screenwriter strike, because you got stuff like this that kind of write itself. I put this story in the chat GPT, asked them to spin back. It's gonna be a great movie or TV show episode. What you want?
Man, the only thing we deciding is who playing Tiger and who playing the girlfriend.
That's it.
It's already written. Like
Already written.
find out is who playing who, man. And then you got to think about. I mean, we done all probably had our heart broken before. We done all had a relationship that we didn't want to come to an end. But think about your partner saying, "Hey, man, he don't want to be with you no more." The other partner saying, "Hey, man, you locked out of the house," and you just watching the plane take off with your ex-girlfriend while you standing on the runway with your bags, thinking y'all finna go get some PT together on the island. That's gotta be Heartbreak Hotel, bro. That's gotta be Heartbreak Hotel.
What if you had a streamer coming off the plane saying, "It's done, son"?
It's done.
Imagine how, but not only that, think about how devious in the mind you got to be to say, "All right, fellas, let's sit down at this table and plan this out." Like you,
wait, hold on, time out. I only want to say maybe not so devious, considering he paid $100 to $110 million to his ex-wife. So
I'm saying devious because during the time they were planning this, he was also still currently in a relationship with her and faking like everything was all good. Like,
to the point that she's willing to go to a plane ticket.
He knew damn well when she got to that tarmac, his homeboy was finna say, "Yeah, nah, this ain't finna happen."
They sitting out there sitting like
he probably was on the phone with her. Think about it. He probably was on the phone with her, chopping it up like, "Yeah, baby, when we get there, we're gonna shop a little bit. I already got dinner reserved." Like he really was like playing it out and knowing all the time he getting ready to hit it on him. Like, come on, man, that's cold-blooded, bro.
That reminded me of the Orange Juice Jones when he was like, "Look, man, I already got your bags packed. You know what I'm saying? Take the hush puppy wearing brother, and y'all can hit the door."
Hey, man, I'm out of there, man. And speaking of on a much more serious note, man, Tiger, I ain't gonna say we gonna invite you to the picnic, bro, but we just might save you a plate now because you might be. I mean, Mr. Roscoe and Mr. Opinion kind of on the fence, but I'll at least save you a to-go plate, bro.
You can ride by and listen to the music.
Hey, man, I'll put you a scoop of mac and cheese, or potato salad or something on the side, and wrap it up as a foil for you because you might be coming back to the hood a little bit.
Nope.
But on a serious note, man, I was reading, following Twitter, where we get those instant news sources. Matt Rizza, man, I don't know if anybody really remembers, but in 2021, he was a punter from San Diego State. San Diego State, drafted in the 4th round, which almost never happens to a punter. Got a cannon on attached to his right leg, and he punt the ball out of the stadium. And dude was drafted. I mean, think about being a punter, being drafted, man. You on the highest of highs, like you feeling like, oh man, I'm there, I'm in the league. And then he was accused of a gang, not only just, all was terrible, but a gang campus. Only to find out now in the last couple of days, through evidence and the prosecutor and some other the DA and everything else, that man, they're saying all the footage, all the camera footage, all the cell phone footage, everything that they have right now is saying, man, dude wasn't even on the scene.
Wow.
Like, not only did he not do it, he wasn't even there. He wasn't.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
So, Mr. Opinion, Roscoe, man, talk a little bit about maybe the impact that not only this has had on this dude's potential earnings in the NFL, man, but just in life, period. Like, he'll never be the same again in any interpersonal relationship he has with any woman, because he'll be skittish, man.
This kind of takes me back to the episode recently with Michael Irvin, right? When he was accused of something that, when the cameras finally came out, it was just kind of like, I never even talked to this person or did anything to her, and with eyewitnesses around, and still. But this is to another. I only to say it has to be some type of law or something that protects the accused in this situation to some degree. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, but what happened to, and I know this is like a cliche, is in the Constitution, and people say it when it fits. But whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty, man. Whatever happened to
social media, dude?
Due diligence, social media definitely, but whatever happened to due diligence and letting all the evidence be submitted and not passing judgment on people, man, because people just jump to conclusions, and sometimes it's warranted, sometimes it's not, but just jumping to conclusions and hitting social media. And before you know it, man, the dude is convicted and his career is over, man. Roscoe, give me your opinion on that, man.
I would say that it's very mentally like just disturbing to you, even if he get a chance to get back to the NFL, and
it'll never be the same.
Even if he has a significant other, you know what I'm saying, and if he you get that time where you be like, man, if I get in an argument with this person where they accuse me of something, because I already got a rep, even if I'm innocent, I already got a rep, so that's just gonna look bad anyway. If I do anything, if I argue, if I get a D, you know what I'm saying, if I, all types of goofy stuff, man. It's all in your head, and he's still gonna be guilty to some people simply because they didn't read the whole story.
That point. I was just about to make that point. Is wherever he goes, if you're in a restaurant, you're at church, you're at a game, people somewhere somebody's going to be whispering to the person next to him. Mm-hmm. Wasn't he accused of doing something that's ridiculous? So it's something he'll never be able to wash off, man. But hopefully, in this country and this world of second chances, man, he'll get a possibility to I can't even say redeem himself because
he didn't do nothing.
He didn't do anything, but hopefully he'll get a chance, man. But hopefully someone will get a young man a shot. And then one of the other things that really kind of has been piquing a lot of people's interest, getting a lot of trending on Twitter, trending on IG, is the swimsuit issue. We're all older now, so the swimsuit issue it might not really be a thing for us. We ain't going to pick up the latest Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. But Angel Reese, man, the Bayou Barbie, the world's women's college basketball superstar, was on the cover, man, and people. Amid some people saying, "Oh, is it exploitation?" Some people saying, "Oh, how can you take them serious with wearing a skimpy bathing suit?" Yeah. It is what it is, man. This is 2023, man, and the women's sports are big now in some areas. So, Mr. Pinion, Roscoe, give me your take on Angel Reese, the swimsuit issue. Is it good for women's sports? Bad for women's sports? What do you all think?
I would say that. If you're comfortable in your own skin and it's not risque, you know what I'm saying, you're not busting it wide open like you on what's the Playboy and all that stuff there, man, I say go for it because it's a bathing suit. And we go to the pool, we go to the beach, we see it all the time. So it's not something that's like, oh my God, why she got that on? This is her 15 minutes. And with those 15 minutes, she's using it. You know what I'm saying? And not only is she using it, she's using it the right way. And I don't see nothing wrong with her being in the bathing suit, being on the magazine. And if she's still talking that good talk about, being a good teammate, being a good basketball player, being a good role model for these other young ladies, as long as she's still doing what she need to do in the classroom and on the court, hey man, sky's the limit, man. She can do no wrong for me right now. So
I think I'd be remiss if I didn't say we've seen it go left. We've seen an athlete go from just doing normal swimsuits to going to those further risque things. So I guess that's what the other side of it. I hope it doesn't go that way well, let me not say my hope. You know what I mean? I don't personally want to see that, but I know, I'm not trying to judge anybody for what they do, but I'm just saying, me personally, I don't want it to go that way, especially in terms of seeing our athletes in that way. I like seeing them confident in their body, empowered, and actually the reason why I'm paying attention isn't because of her body, it's because of her athletic accomplishments. That's how I was introduced to whether it be Angel Reese or Olivia Dunn. So that was just kind of my take on it. Is it a good thing? I would say yes. Get paid, get money, get exposure. but also, do I personally want to see too much exposure? I would say for me, no. But I do want to just mention real quick before I give up the mic. Do y'all remember Tyra Banks back in the day when we was younger?
But the thing is, that was her job, though. She's a model.
It was a polka dot bathing suit. I remember.
Yeah, look at you.
I tell you, bro.
Hey,
go ahead.
Do y'all remember King Magazine?
I remember King
Magazine.
Magazine.
All right, yeah. So if Angel Reese was busting it down in King Magazine, then that'd be like, all right, that's sport.
And before we end this topic, man, I want to say this. We talk about those magazines. We talk about video vixens and all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping that she's got a strong enough team around her to realize that in doing all the things she's doing, NIL deals, swimsuit modeling, all the stuff she's doing, is to stay grounded enough to say, I gotta keep it semi-appropriate, because she is a role model for a lot of young ladies, whether she wants to be or not. Not only is she a role model for a lot of young ladies, she made it out the hood, excellent basketball player, making money. There's also a lot of people who are waiting for that slip up to say, I told you. Mm-hmm. I told you she wasn't who everyone thought she was. We knew she was going to go left. The spotlight got to her head. She got too big for her britches. So hopefully she has a good enough team around her that can do things like this, that will accelerate and glorify women's sports, but also keep it at the level of, man, despite all the stuff that old people or older people might think is too much or out of bounds for an athlete, there's a lot of people that's waiting for the downfall, man. So she just got to keep it together, keep balling, because as long as she keep balling, she'll be all right. But she got it next year. If LSU go 1-23 for whatever godforsaken reason, it ain't gonna be the same movement. So keep it in perspective and keep being a role model for the young ladies, because she is that.
I just want to add to that same topic, because you said everybody's looking for the downfall.
Not everybody, but there's some people.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a young lady out there right now that is doing great, and everybody remember her, Sakari Richardson. Mm-hmm. She just won, in the Diamond League. She ran she whooped who she needed to whoop. Everybody. And she's quietly coming back and doing what she's supposed to do the first time.
She's rebuilding her image.
She rebuilding her image. So you can fall down and the whole thing. You can fall down, you can make mistakes, and everybody's gonna be on you, everybody's gonna be on your head. But she kept working, and now she's back up. But it goes to show that no matter what, you still got that opportunity to be that same role model. And now, hopefully, she has learned from her mistakes, and everybody else that was watching her before her learned from her too. So that's what I just want to add to that.
No doubt.
So I got the question of the week. All right, you know what I'm saying? So let's see, back in 1993.
Oh, man, in the box.
1993 Christmas time.
That was a long time ago.
It was the So Def Christmas album. We was introduced to these young men, and they was doing the Players Anthem, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, oh man, who is these guys? They Outcasts. So then they came out in 94, and they hit us with the Southern playlist of Cadillac Funky Music. You see, y'all don't think I can say that fast. But they hit us with that. It was like, oh man, then the whole movement hit us. And that was the same time, we were still, teenagers, we were still coming to ourselves, and they had a message, and they could rhyme, and it was funky, and it was good. Then there was all like almost undergroundish, not very popular, but just some people heard of them. Then boom, they came out with Equimini. They come out. We talking about Outkast, by the way. So they come out with all these songs. Everybody know them. The Hey Ya's, and they got the cartoons and Big Boy. They everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So everybody know Outkast. Everybody love Outkast. That's one of my favorite groups of all time. So my question of the week is, what is one of the most underrated Outkast songs?
I'll let Mr. Opinion kick us off.
All right, I'm happy to kick it off because, well, the thing is, it ain't the fact that it was underrated because they have so many songs that are rated, especially in our circles as well. You know what I mean? Being Southern hip hop dudes who grew up in this time when, you know, this is the most popular genre for us. But I land on a song they did with Witch Doctor, who was also part of their clique, the Dungeon Family, and it's called "There's Only One." And it just talks about, you know, God, the idea of spirituality going forward. I think it really exemplifies who Outkast is. Yeah. I know I don't want to sing it because I just destroy everybody's ears. So I just actually look it up. I sound like Maul just did now.
He ain't do that. He ain't do that. What you talking about?
That wasn't me. That was Andre.
Yeah, that was not himself. He in the back.
Yeah. So that's the one that kind of just jump right out to me as far as just that ain't really out there, but it's just a phenomenal song. You know what I mean? And a phenomenal album by Witch Doctor, SWAT's Healing.
Hey, man, that's a dope song. And to your point, man, to us and in our group, in our circle, none of them are really underrated. When we talk about underrated, we talk about underrated to other people because they're all rated to me. Like, I've never in my life came to an Outkast song if I'm on shuffle or whatever where I say, "No, I'm gonna skip that one. That's not a real thing." But when I think about, man, like underrated songs, and sometimes people hear, I started the show off by saying "Hootie Hoo." Some people think that Master P and the No Limit Soldier started that. Some people think, oh man, that started in XYZ. I know it's got a whole different Urban Dictionary meaning now. But man, the song Hootie Hoo, when Andre came in and he was on the nice monotone flow, and then when that beat dropped and Hootie Hoo came in, I was like, man, the hairs on your arm stood up when you heard that beat drop, when you heard that Hootie Hoo. And then, you know, for us, man, we was in the hallway in school, hootie-hooing people. We was on the football field, hootie-hooing. Somebody make a big hit in the game, and you hear 10. You be in the club, and you still, and you know, something happened, or you see one of your partners across the way, hootie-hoo, and then you see him look around like, okay, I know the call.
Yeah.
So when I think about an underrated song, man, it's hootie-hoo for me because it was like a real slang that was in our vocabulary. Hootie Hoo was a real thing, man. It was like a real movement. So, and even to this day, man, if I can't get somebody attention and I call their name a couple times, I hit them with that Hootie Hoo, and they turn around and look, you got their attention. So for me, it's Hootie Hoo, man.
Okay.
What about you, Michael?
For me, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I got like several of them, and I know when I go through them, y'all gonna agree with me. And we're going to reminisce a little bit. So my first one is Crumbling Herb. You know what I'm saying? It's mellow. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's that vibe. You know, that same vibe. That it's basically the vibe of the whole first album. Like that same vibe. Only it's so I can't go too far. You know, you singing it right now in your head. You know what I'm saying? Crumbling Herb. All right, now. My second one is awesome because of the lyrics and just the beat. Babylon from AT-Aliens, man. The way it just come on, just hit you in the face. I came into this, you know, like, yeah, you know. So Babylon, man, that was one of those ones. Like, okay, but a lot of people don't bump that. A lot of people don't play that in their Outkast shuffle. Right. And another one, Aquemini. Now, Aquemini to me is one of those ones that you show that grow because it started off, you know what I'm saying, they flowing, they going back and forth, then the beat stopped. Then you like, all right, what they about to do? Then they hit us in the face again. Then the next verse after that is just immaculate and amazing. Wow. You're like, oh man, just stop. Like, come on, you're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So that was that song. But the one for me that I like right now that I, you know what I'm saying, I just be currently bumping, man, is gangster shit. Like the beat, the lyrics, Dre went off, Big Boy went off, you know what I'm saying? Gangster shit is probably one of the most underrated Outkast songs that you don't hear unless you are an Outkast head. and I could say it verbatim, but I don't want to because I don't want to get us, copyright and all that stuff there.
If you ain't heard it, go listen to it, man.
Yeah.
We done gave you a bunch of gems right now. So go to your Apple Music, go to your Spotify, man, and hit them.
I was, and not to jump on this too long, but I definitely would be remiss if I didn't think about my most impactful Outkast song.
I know what you're getting ready to say. I think I know it. Go ahead.
But for me personally, I'm talking about like whenever I need to get my head right, and or even if things are going good sometimes, but definitely when I want to get my head right and kind of get a refocus about myself, I play the 13th floor.
Yeah.
The 13th floor really, you know what I mean? Because what it codifies for me, fat turns the teardrop, turn the flap, so open and eventually turn the scab. Right?
Yeah.
It just kind of centers me. It centers me. It centers me in a way that I don't think probably almost any other song, probably outside of some Sizzler songs, but it really centers me in a very real way. So like consistently since that song has dropped throughout my life, when I needed some like good old fashioned centering, is one of the songs that really centers me. But Ma, what you thought I was gonna say?
I know it's what he about to say. Go ahead.
You know what, man? And I thought you was gonna go there, and that's a hell of a choice too, man. But when I think about like the music we like and what we do and who we are, and it's not underrated, but I think it never got enough credit, man. Get up, get out, and get something. Yeah, because not only was it Cass, it was the goodie on it too. Yeah, that was kind of like their introduction to the world. When you think about CeeLo,
big gift,
coming in and giving that gift, man. Just the message. If you think about how long ago that song was, it's still relevant in 2023. If they wrote that song today, all those lyrics will still apply. You don't have to change anything, man. You talk about families and being disappointment to your family and motivating and, man, get up. Don't let the days of your life pass by. You got to get
second chance.
Don't spend all your time trying to get high. We think about what's going on in society, man, with kids and drugs and pills and opioids and everything else going on in the world. And you think about some cats in 1995 saying, man, get up, get out, and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass by. Get up, get out, and get something. Don't spend all your time getting high. Think about how relevant.
Wait, Ma, you gotta finish that. Get up, get out, and get something only you can do for you and I. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Think about it, man. Yeah. Think about how relevant that chord is in 2023, bro. Like, we literally in the world. I work with kids, and I'm telling them, man, at some point, you gotta do something for yourself. Don't depend on nobody else, man. You can't smoke your life away. Not that they all do, but man, you can't smoke and drugs and chill your life away. You got to get up, get out, and get something, bro.
And the video too, Ma. Don't forget the video.
Man. That song is so, I ain't gonna say underrated, but it never got enough credit for being not only a dope song, but the message. The message is what did it for me.
I think a lot of these songs is all of them. The messages is more than the song, even though it's catchy, boom boom. They do all the things. But also behind the things, I think that really, for me at least, and sound like for y'all too. I know for y'all, it's the messages in the songs and the words.
Them songs hit. Not only did they hit, man, but they hit home in a different type of way, man. It hit home. The music just hit, and it hit home. The beats, the Southern drawl, all that stuff, man. And man, if you haven't listened to Southern Playlist of Cadillac Music, or Quimbanai, ATLians, man, download them, man. Go back and listen to them.
The Dungeon Family too.
Man, go back through the whole archive, man, and refamiliarize yourself with it. Because 30 years later, I can still rap the lyrics like they came out yesterday. I remember the CD covers, and I know y'all remember this. I know we've been on this for a minute, but I want to make sure I mention this part. You remember when the CD covers had the lyrics inside, and we used to get the lyrics and read along before we even knew the song. We reading along because the lyrics was in the back of the CD case and reading it, and we think we know what they said, but man, he didn't really say that. He said something else. Like, Oh man, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Shout
man.
out to Organized Noise.
We go way Dungeon family, man. Them cats. I'm telling you, man. Remember the Source Awards when they got disrespected. The Source of BT was one of them, and Big Boy got the mic when they finally won. They finally won, and he said, "The South got something to say. That's all I got to say." And dropped the mic on him. That was the start of
Southern hip hop.
Southern hip hop, man. Them cats started it. So shout out to Andre 3 Sacks. Shout out Big Boy, shout out Organized Noise and Dungeon Family, man, because they never really got the respect that they would do as a unit. I know it's a lot of units out there, but that unit, man, it's a lot of cats out right now that they paved the way for it, man. So shout out to them cats. I'm gonna bump some cats when we get done tonight.
So since we got the question of the day out of the way, now, what is something that you and only you care about?
All right, so I'm gonna jump on this. I got a big thing popping this weekend. Actually, I just I just realized on the humbug that the Rays are coming to NYC. You know what I mean? And it's a drive. Well, it's a drive I can do. So I'm going down to New York this weekend, New York City, and I'm gonna check out the Rays. I hit up one of my homeboys who live in New York. He's going to be available to hang out, so we're going to go catch the Rays. I got some nice upper level tickets because tickets it's not the same price.
Yeah,
appreciate the drop. That's all I'm saying, because it's some upper level tickets.
Ain't no $5 Fridays. Ain't gonna happen.
Well, it's some out in the bleacher seats, but I want to be sitting down. I want to appreciate the stadium. Yeah. Like, let's say if I lived out there, I would go to the bleachers, but I actually want to appreciate the stadium. So I got some upper level $80 tickets. Upper level $80 tickets. But I'm gonna enjoy myself, man. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be my first time seeing Yankee Stadium. And I haven't been to New York in about 10, 15 years, so it should be cool.
That's what's up, man. I hope the Rays get a dub for you, man. For me, this might sound old manish, but I mean,
you are old. You are old, dog.
I mean, hey, I ain't gonna run from it. What's really, really important to me is only me, man, is my grass is probably the greenest on my block, bro. For real. My grass made a comeback.
Oh man.
Hey, listen to me, bro. My wife be looking at me like I'm crazy, like this fool watering the grass almost every night. He out there cutting and edging and sowing seeds. And I'm like, man, I just want to
you're in a secret war with your whole neighborhood, huh?
Hey, listen, man. I wish that we had one of those yard of the month competitions, man, because I'm going for it, bro.
You should start one.
Hey, we got one of those in our neighborhood.
Hey, listen. Sometimes when I'm riding home, either I'm leaving or I'm coming, I'll look at one of the neighbor's yards and be like, man, that dude grass is brown as hell. And I feel proud, like, man, my grass is green, bro. So, I mean, that's one thing, man, as we done got older, man, it's the simple things that make us happy, right? So I'm happy that my grass is green, it's getting lush and thick, it's summertime, the heat I'm getting ready to battle the heat.
Yeah, the heat, I bet ready to
we
losing to the heat. It ain't a battle.
Well, I'm gonna fight like hell. But it really, really matters, probably to me and only me, that man, my grass is green right now, bro.
I'm happy for you, Ma. I'm happy for you. I'm happy.
The HOA is happy too.
They are happy too. I don't want to get no don't let me catch you in the street notices because your grass is. And our HOA is serious, man. It's a dude that ride around on the golf court with a clipboard and a flashlight, and he ain't playing no games, bro. They see if your mulch got debris in it. If your grass is brown, if you got your shrubs ain't trimmed, they hit you, man. So my yard, my shrubs, my grass, nobody else in the whole world. I'm gonna be real. My wife might not even care that much, but I really care, man. It's really, really important to me, man. My yard is on point.
You should definitely step to him next time. Hey, man, I need an award for my stuff. You might step to him.
Hey, I say you print one out and give it to yourself.
Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna go to Home Depot tomorrow and buy one and draw my face on it and thumbs up. And I might sign my HOA name on it just because.
There you go. Well, the only thing that I care about right now, without going into much detail, is that I got a bunch of free time now, man. and you don't appreciate your time until you lose it. And once you get that free time back, man, it's a great feeling.
I reclaim my time.
Yes, it's a great feeling, and I'm looking forward to the summertime, to the end of school, to where I can just be with the kids and be with the wife, and just spending that time that I was in that abusive relationship with them. So that's what I care about right now, man. I'm free and I'm happy, baby.
Well, you listen to the older cats, even though we old, but we probably middle.
We are the older cats. What you mean?
We are the older cats.
We middle aged. Let's be honest. Maybe don't get me sidetracked. But y'all almost sent me on a tangent.
Yeah.
But you always say you can't get your time back, man. So when you said spending time with my wife and kids, and even time for yourself, right?
Man. That's what it's all about, man. Right now, at this point, man, in life, where we at right now, man.
Quality of life.
The quality of your life, man, spending time with your kids and your family and doing things, making memories, man. People always talk about life is about making memories, man. And we miss a lot of that. We all work extremely hard at what we do in our profession, and we spend probably more time away from home that we should have, probably got in arguments with the wives and miss the kids, recitals and games and practices, sacrificing for other people and other kids. And I just went through that, Jew, where I retired from doing something I had done for 10 years, and man, I enjoyed the hell out of just waking up with no real responsibility other than, man, what can I do to engage with my family and my friends and everything else, man? It ain't nothing like it, bro. You're going to enjoy it, man.
Yeah, look, like you say, making memories, man. I got a cruise coming up. We going to Mexico.
Yes,
I'm taking my kids on the boat for the first time, and you know what I'm saying? We gonna do a whole bunch of summering. You feel me? So look for the Roscoes to be on the road to a city near you.
Roscoe's on the road.
Hey, listen, man.
Hey, make sure you film it, upload it to the fourth in the game.
Hey, man, have all the fun you can, man. Enjoy it, man. Take a lot of pictures, man. Enjoy them precious moments. And don't look back, bro. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Once you go from not having a free time to having a free time, ain't no going back, bro.
No.
Ain't no going back. It's like when you get off the yard, man, you say, yeah, bro, I can't. It's no way I can do that anymore, man, because I ain't seen the other side now, bro. The light is on. I can't go back to being confined to not having a free weekend and being at whatever it is you were doing, these extended, ridiculous amounts of hours. Nah, ain't no going back, bro. You going forward, and whatever else is in the rearview mirror, shut the deuces at him and keep it going, bro.
All day. Well, look, gentlemen, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to have y'all on this 18th episode of Fourth in the Game. Fred, I'm sorry you missed out. Next week, we'll give you a little extra time to give you a little opinions about everything else that you hate. But right now, man, it's great to be here. It's great to have good friends, and it's great to share, like you say, make good memories and stuff, man. So subscribe, watch, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell whoever, tell your newborn, tell them to watch. Play this for newborns and just sit down and let them watch us. You ain't got to watch. Let the newborns watch it. You know what I'm saying? We entertain kids by proxy.
Man. Not only that, man, you ain't even got to watch it, man. Just turn it on. If you got your honey-do list or you're playing your video game or whatever you're doing, man, smoking your fine cigar or having your nice little sip or something, man, just turn it on.
I like to talk about your own life.
Yeah, man. Just turn this on and listen to us, man.
So for my man, Mr. Opinion Maul and Fred not here, I'm Roscoe. The 18th is in the building. It's in the bag. Peace out. We'll see y'all later, people.
Peace. Don't hang up, Fred.